What is going on, everybody? I am Rob Westerman, the third of GBP Daily, and thank you for tuning in to the Rob Westerman Show. You can find me all over the social sphere at GBP Daily. Shoot me a follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit me up in the DMs. I am always available to talk Packers anytime, any day, and today is Friday. Hope you guys had a good week. Happy Friday. Happy Bears week. We are inching closer and closer to our biggest game of the year thus far. The implications coming out of this game as far as the NFC North goes will be impacted heavily. The NFC playoff seeding will be impacted heavily by Sunday's game. There is a lot at stake for both teams on Sunday, which hasn't been the case for pretty much the last decade between these two teams outside of bragging rights. So the stakes are high and the temperatures will not be during the game. The high on Sunday is 20 with a low of 3 degrees. And with it being a 3:25 kick, the sun going down probably an hour or so after kickoff, it is going to be chilly out there. The Bears are winless when they lose the turnover battle, so we got to hang on to that rock hard ball, and hopefully we ourselves can take advantage of the Caleb Williams errant throws that he ducks out there every once in a while. If you watch the Eagles-Bears game, you saw him throw that interception on the screenplay. That was pretty boneheaded. Hopefully he can throw a few of those our way on Sunday. Matt LaFleur, Ben Johnson, they got a feud going on maybe. If any of you missed it, which I'm sure you didn't, when Ben Johnson was hired as the Bears head coach, he mentioned in his introductory press conference that he enjoyed beating Matt LaFleur twice a year while he was with Detroit, of course. These guys, they don't know each other. Matt LaFleur says that he's never worked with him, never talked to him, and for whatever reason, Ben Johnson decided to take a shot at him. Hopefully we can shut him up on Sunday. The Packers are 6.5-point favorites for Sunday afternoon, which is kind of interesting, right? They're currently the number 1 seed in the NFC, and we're favored to beat them by almost a touchdown. So hopefully that is something that comes to fruition. But just kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of what Vegas thinks of the Bears and if they're legitimate or not. Their schedule has been on the weaker side, not to the Bears' fault, of course. They don't pick who they play or which quarterback will be healthy when they play them, right? Like Aaron Rodgers not being able to be out there against them with the Steelers. And, yeah, they've just been finding ways to win games. And you got to give them credit. Good teams find ways to win games, whether they're playing a bad team or not. So they've been behind pretty often in the fourth quarter, and Caleb Williams has actually been playing pretty well late in games. So got to get ahead, stay ahead, and take care of business. Anybody going to the game this weekend? Anyone thinking of going to the game this weekend? If you're planning on possibly going to Packers-Bears on Sunday, maybe you're planning to go to the Packers-Broncos game next Sunday in Denver. Maybe you are planning to go to Chicago to watch the Packers take down the Bears in Soldier Field in 2 weeks. If you don't have tickets, do not buy your tickets anywhere else other than TickPick. They guarantee the cheapest Packers tickets on the market. And in fact, if you find cheaper tickets elsewhere, they will refund you 110% of your money back. Same tickets as everybody else: StubHub, SeatGeek, Ticketmaster, Vivid Seats, Game Time, all those guys. And TickPick is the cheapest every single time. Use the code Packers22 for an extra $22 off the already cheapest tickets on the market. Shout out to TickPick. I appreciate their partnership with myself. I have used them every time I've gone to a Packers game. Typically make it up to Lambeau once or twice a year. And yeah, I've been using them every single time. They are the best in the biz. Okay, let's hop into the comment section here, shall we? And as always, if you want to be a part of the show, give me a call on the Nicolet Law hotline, 319-242-2332. Family owned and operated since 2007 with decades of combined legal experience. Nicolet Law's team of compassionate local attorneys are prepared to meet your unique legal challenges head on. Nicolet Law is just shy of 2,000 five-star reviews, and they have helped their clients recover over $350 million in the last 17 years that they have been in business. Injured? Get Nicolet. I'm rocking a little Nicolet Law shirt. Shout out to Lauren and the team sending me some merch. Good stuff. And if you want one yourself, head over to their website. It's a nice quality t-shirt. Fits good, feels good, looks good, most importantly, right? What do we got cooking up? My man Nate in the house again. LaFleur go, tarps off in the locker room when we win. Haha, go Pack, go. That would be the ultimate troll. I don't think Matt LaFleur stoops down to his level that way. I don't see him as a guy that would do something like that, right? And for those of you who don't know, Ben Johnson took off his shirt for some reason. I know there's a reason. Last Friday after their game against the Eagles in the locker room. So I will say, hey, he gets his team hyped up, and you got to give him credit. They've been playing well this year, but that's not going to happen on Sunday. So thank you, Nate, for hopping in. Appreciate you as always. My man Jose in the house. I'm in Cali, was at the game versus Arizona, and last year in SoFi versus the Rams. So, Jose, you saw 2 wins. So, I would say hope you had a great time, but I know you had a great time. My man Joe over on Instagram, if Marshawn Lloyd can't produce in his time this season, do you think it's time to let him go? They won't let him go until his rookie contract is up if they decide to. Interesting enough, I'm not sure where he really fits in on the active roster. Even when he does get activated, I could see him being a healthy scratch. I could see him not really getting enough snaps if he does indeed end up being active on game days. The running back room is interesting. You got Josh Jacobs, of course, Emmanuel Wilson, and Chris Brooks. All 3 have been playing very well. And Marshawn Lloyd, I don't know where he cracks, and it's hard to carry 4 on game days. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just hoping to see him out on the practice field, which we did for the first time since training camp this week. So just taking it one step at a time, right? Hopefully he can get out there at some point because he is so dynamic when healthy, but he's never healthy, unfortunately. So kind of a wait and see game, Joe, but I'm with you. If he can't produce, well, no reason to hang on to him once that time comes. So the best ability is availability. And unfortunately, he does not have that, at least as of right now. So, Joe, appreciate you for hopping in, my man. Have yourself a great Friday and a great weekend. Erica, who do you think will score first, and who do you think will win the game? Erica, come on now. The Packers, of course, are winning on Sunday. And who do I think will score first? That's such a toss-up question, right? A lucky sort of prediction. However, I have a friendly wager each week between a good friend of mine where we both kind of snake draft the Packers players and try to pick who we think is going to score the first touchdown of each game. And the winner, of course, that gets tallied each week. And at the end of the year, we do a little, lunch, little bet. I'll bring him lunch. He'll bring me lunch, which he hasn't the last couple times that I beat him, whatever. If he's hurting that bad, it is what it is, right? But anyways, so far this year, I am kicking booty. I'm up like, what week are we in? 13, 14? I'm up like 10-3 or like 9-4, something like that. So I am kicking butt. But as far as who I want or I think is going to score the first game, give me Josh Jacobs. It's going to be cold. I think he's going to have a big game. Their defense overall just isn't that good. Their rush defense is not that great. And I think with Anthony Belton being plugged in at guard, we've had a little more success in the run game. So give me Josh Jacobs. I think Josh will score the first touchdown of the game on Sunday. Thank you, Erica, for hopping in. Have a great Friday. What else we got cooking up? Trent, D-line needs to be on their A game Sunday. Trent, you said it best. The Bears rushed for over 250 yards against the Eagles last Friday. And, yeah, their offensive line is one of the best groups in the league. So you pair that up with us being without Devontae Wyatt, who is done for the year with the ankle injury he suffered against Detroit, and it's going to be a tough matchup for us. So I think that is where it starts on Sunday, is in the trenches defensively. Carl Brooks will be plugging in for Wyatt, and he's not your usual backup, though. He has played a ton and has played well, so I'm thankful for him, thankful that we have him. And Micah Parsons is Micah Parsons, right? Zero worries there. Rashawn Gary, though, and depending on what lens you look through when determining what kind of year he is having, if you just look generally, he's been a solid, good player for us on defense. If you look at his production paired with how much we are paying him, he is not playing anywhere near the level that he should be. So he needs to pop back onto the scene this weekend in a big way. The Bears will be doing everything they can to stop Micah, and Rashawn needs to take advantage of that. And I think he will. I think he will have a coming alive, back alive game against the Bears. So, King AJ, most disappointing this season to me, it's our O-line and Gary. Yeah, he has like 6 or 7 sacks, but it should be more considering he's been 1v1 majority of the time with Parsons getting doubled and chipped. I agree, King AJ. I just read your comment. Of course, just got done talking about Rashawn. Yeah, it's been disappointing. He got a lot of those sacks in the first few weeks of the year. He was doing great, but he's fallen off a cliff as far as production goes. Tackles, pressures, all that have been super, super low. So the most disappointing thing for me, though, I don't know if it's O-line, Gary, or the special teams unit outside of Daniel Whelan. But there's not many disappointing aspects of the team, thankfully. So, but I'm with you. The O-line and Rashawn Gary have definitely been disappointing this year for sure. Thank you, King AJ. Appreciate you as always. You are always in here. My man Jose, how many sacks for Micah? I'm going to do a bold prediction here and say 0. I think Rashawn Gary is going to feast this weekend. I think the Bears, after watching what Micah did to the Detroit Lions, I think they're going to sell out. And if they're going to do one thing on offense, it's going to be to stop Micah Parsons. And that's my bold prediction this weekend is Micah Parsons, 0 sacks. I hope I'm wrong. And Rashawn Gary, 2 sacks. I hope I'm wrong about the Micah part, and I probably will be. But I think the Bears, they have a great O-line. They always have a great plan of attack. I think they're going to do everything they can to stop Micah Parsons. And while doing that, hopefully Rashawn Gary can come back alive for the remainder of the year because we need him. It's not like he's playing bad and, well, we don't need him. No, we need him to play well for the rest of the year. So can't wait to come back to this podcast Sunday night to talk about Green Bay's win. Absolutely, Jose. I'll be here chopping it up with you guys. One of my favorite things to do of all time. Thank you, Jose. Mason, your favorite Packers content creator? That's a tough one, Mason. I can't say I have a number one favorite because I soak in a lot of different Packers content creators' content over the course of the week. I'll probably listen to, 2 or 3 YouTube shows a day. I'll throw them on while I'm, doing house chores, putting away laundry, whatever. I'll do them while I'm sitting down here working. If I'm mowing the yard, or at least right now snow blowing, I'll throw them on the AirPods and soak that all in. But I usually listen to Packers Daily with Aaron Nagler, Locked On Packers with Peter Bukowski, the Green Bay Rewind with Ben the Green Bay Guy on Tuesdays, Andy Herman's daily podcast over at Pack-A-Day. I soak in a ton of content, and they're all different in their own good ways. But I soak in a ton of Packers content from all across the board. So always fun to compile a bunch of different angles on the team that kind of help me force my own angle on the team. So I don't have an answer as far as my favorite Packers content creator. There are a lot of good ones out there. That is for sure. Thank you, Mason. We've got to beat the Bears. My husband's a Bears fan. I will say a prayer for your husband, Packers mom, 52. Prayers will be going up for him. Barry, bundle up if you're going to the game. I talked about it earlier, Barry. It is going to be a high of 20 on Sunday and a low of 3. And with the game starting at 3:25, the sun will creep down around 4:30, 5 o'clock, and it's going to get cold quick. So throw some layers on. And if you're going to the game, if you're thinking of going to the game, make sure to download TickPick. Use the code Packers22 for $22 off the already cheapest tickets in the NFL. Download the TickPick app. Use the code Packers22 for $22 off your Packers ticket order. What else we got rolling on? Erica, hope Luke Musgrave steps up to the plate and the other tight ends help pick up the slack left over from Tucker Kraft being injured. Erica, I talked about Luke Musgrave yesterday, and I have a little bit of forgiveness for his production as far as lining up inside, blocking, leaking into the flats, trying to break tackles after the catch. That's just not his game, right? And we saw how the Packers used him against the Lions, getting him down the field, running vertical. That's more his game, and hopefully they can drift towards doing that a little more on Sunday, because he's not the best blocker. He's not great after the catch. He's not dynamic in the flats like Tucker Kraft is, and we got to maximize his talents, and that is running down the field, lining up in the slot. Hopefully they can do that more on Sunday, because I like Luke Musgrave. It's just we haven't been playing him in the spots that we need to be. So, and the coaches know that, and of course they know they've forgotten more than I will ever know. So clearly there's a reason why they're playing him where they are, and I'm just kind of spitting out opinions here, right? My man Chase Sonis in the house, my neighbor. Well, his dad's my neighbor. So thank you, Chase, for hopping in. Appreciate you. All right, guys, that is going to do it for me today. Thank you again for tuning in. Always, always, always love talking Packers with you guys. Hit me up on social media at GBP Daily. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Any sort of interaction helps myself and helps the page. I will be back and at it again tomorrow. As always, thank you again for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys later. Thank you.